Alright, so welcome to this lesson. This chart is the dollar index, and as we do every week, we take a look at what the market delivered against what we're expecting in the market, and then we also take a look at what we expect the coming week to do, or what we expect in price in the coming week. Alright, so in the previous week, that was I think from the 4th to 8th of July. We were expecting that in the previous video I talked about the fact that I was expecting price to reach into this particular high right here. This particular high right here, that was the nearest 10 targets. This particular candle right here is Sunday's open. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we have Friday. So this high right here, this PTH, is the nearest target to reaching. Then from there we target this particular high right here. Okay, so that was what I was expecting the coming in the previous weekend. Price actually did that and delivered more than I was expecting. Okay, in the previous video we talked about the fact that the dollar index and then the USD, there was this kind of divergence that had already occurred between the dollar and then the USD. Okay, let's take a look at it now. This is the dollar index. Okay, now on this particular candle right here, okay, when this particular this is on the right hand side is the USD, then on the left is the dollar index. So on the right hand side, this particular candle was making a higher high over this particular high and then this particular high. Okay, the dollar index was failing to make corresponding lower lows. Okay, alright, so when this happened in a bullish environment, we know that the dollar has been rising higher and higher and higher, and when these kind of environments occur in dollar index, we expect the dollar to actually go much higher than where it is right now. Okay, and comparably we expect the USD to drop, because anytime the dollar rises, all other foreign currencies including the USD go down. Right now the dollar index, as I said, I was expecting this high to be reached, but price did more than that. And then the USD, okay, I talked about the fact that I was expecting this particular level 1.03240 to be reached. Okay, which price did that on Tuesday and then went much further down. Okay, it went much further down. So from where price was around somewhere here, okay, to this particular level was around about 100 pips. So I was expecting 100 pips in the week, but price did more than that. I think almost 3 times of it, or I think 2 times. But whatever been the case, price delivered really well. Okay, so the next part is what am I expecting in the coming week? Alright, in the coming week, which is from the 11th to 15th. From the 11th to 15th, what am I expecting? Okay, so let's go back to the dollar index. This is the dollar index. This is the monthly chart. Okay, now the feed I'm using right here is or this particular broker introduced the dollar index I think around March of 2019, so there's not much price or data to make reference from. So because of that, let's head into TradingView and see where price has worked from. Okay, so TradingView, let's take a look at the dollar index. Alright, now let's take our feed from TVC. Price reached into this area right here, above this particular high. Okay, so the next high we want to look at is probably this area. Okay, but before that, okay, so this high comes in 108.33. so when we run into this particular high, we then target this particular high, which is 108.740. so the ultimate target is this particular high, which is 108.740. okay, but before then, heading back into MT4, before that, price, I'm expecting a retracement back into this area. Okay, a retracement back into this particular area, then from there we then target this high. So that particular high right there. Okay, so I'm expecting this retracement into this particular area, then we run this high before we reach into the one we try to reach into that 108.740 level that's was indicated on the in TradingView, the feed from TVC. Okay, so that is it for my expectation for the coming week. And yeah, so let's take a look at the Euro USD, what to expect in the Euro USD. Okay, so in the Euro USD, personally, the expected level is this mark right here, 1.00210. Okay, so that's my ultimate target for the USD. When the dollar is making that retracement, I expect that the USD would also have a retracement and we get that divergence in that. Okay, so that's what I'll be expecting in the USD in the coming week. This low to be run out, right? Then, but before that, you can expect that when price take out this particular high, we expect to reach into this particular high right here. Then we give up the ghost to target this particular low, so something like this. Okay, something like that, which should give us like about 200 plus pips. Okay, so that's my expectation. And for the coming week, let's take a look at the news releases that we have to be aware of in the coming week. Okay, so this Forex Factory, and on Monday there was no news affecting the dollar or the euro. On Tuesday we have the EU economic forecast and net impacts, and also tentative. Then around Wednesday by 12:30 p.m. we have the CPI and then the core CPI. Then we have the French bank holiday on the Thursday. Okay,
which is likely to affect the euro. But so far as there is news against that's going for the USD, we have to be aware of the other foreign currencies, which might cause some kind of high volatility in the market. And then Friday too, we have this core retail, and then retail sales, and the Empire State Manufacturing Index around 12:30, and by 2 o'clock p.m. we have the prelim UM consumer sentiments. So all times here are in the UTC or GMT. Okay, so let's take note of them, and then let's trade safely and see what price has to deliver. Okay, just be safe.